All right, what's up? Hello. We got Mr. Exotic and Rocket Man here. We're gonna be doing kind of a test ride, CB650. I tried out the CBR 650R with the E-clutch. I'm also gonna test out the E-clutch today. I turned the E-clutch off immediately whenever I tried the CBR. So this is gonna be different, and this is gonna be my first time getting naked. That's right. Never been on a naked bike. Compared to the 400, this is pretty comfortable, which is saying a lot, considering probably the lowest seat height ever on that 400 there. If I hold the clutch in, put it into first, put it in, does first exist? First does exist if you stomp on it. Okay. Alright, take it nice and easy. Very buzzy, very light in the middle. Let's give it not too much oomph. Let's give it a little bit of oomph. Okay. And there's that quick shifting. I like it. Alright. Gotta get used to our controls here too. Oh my goodness. How much power do we got? Plenty. Okay. Not as much as I thought. I overshot it. I'm being a little too gentle with it. I need to chill out. There's the horn. Pretty comfy. Very different turning feel. I'm used to clip-ons, so it kind of feels like I'm pushing with my hands and it makes my butt rotate like some kind of Macarena. We are going to have issues with cardo today. Cardo has been difficult. Fairly comfy. I like you a lot. Much more excited to be alive, this bike is. Alright. A little bit of gravel here. Power feels natural. I am shifting it like I do my 400, which if I were going 55 like I am now, I ought to be in 6th gear. I could do it in 4th, but I ought to be in 6th, so. I'm going to be upshifting this thing like crazy. Alright, we get an opportunity to give it some power. I like that. Yeah, we hit something, and you know, a big complaint with these naked style bikes is the wind in the chest. I felt wind in the chest. All it did was make my nipples feel nice. I'm gonna be honest. It didn't try to blow me away. It didn't try to make me loop. It didn't feel super uncomfortable or unstable in the front end. Now granted, this is a modern bike, so there's probably some amount of stability put into the front end. You know, they don't make bikes bare bones like they did in, say, the early 2000s. But overall, doing a pool doesn't feel uncomfortable. Alright. I am going to keep the shifting nice and economic on this thing, though. Like I said, I am going to treat it like a baby, because I'm not used to being in such low gears at such speeds. It's not too different. It's definitely approachable. I would say if I'm coming from a 400, this is very similar, obviously, to the CBR 650. Alright, we got that rear brake feeling nice and crisp. Now, since I'm holding in the clutch right now, that means I will have to, yeah, just like a regular bike. Alright, I'm gonna go second. So I will need to be reminded to try out that E-clutch feature. I have been using this quick shifter. I do like not having to see. I cannot. As you can see, I'm not using my left hand on the clutch for that shifting up and down there, and it feels super sweet. The Shifter itself is in a more aggressive position than I'm used to, just angled a little more downward. You got to kick it a little harder, but that just makes it all the more satisfying when I'm banging through the gears like that. Also just adds that extra sense of security since you're not committing with your left hand. I'm gonna chill out in 6th gear. The handlebars, some handlebars on more aggressive naked bikes will still be pushed a little more forward, more engaging. I would say these are somewhere in a middle ground. They're not uncomfortable on the palms. If anything, I get a little bit of tension in the back of my neck and my traps area. That could just be because I want to look dead forward. But as far as the seat and overall rider triangle goes, like I could sit here and watch Transformers 4 on this thing. That is a hard movie to watch if you're not in a comfortable chair. Got some beautiful green today. We got some downshifts from Mr. Exotic. Let's try some ourselves. Woo! I like it. I do notice there is a massive difference whenever you go from tucking and then you sit up. That air really does hit you all of a sudden, and it just feels kind of different. Again, not like I'm gonna fall off or anything. It just certain air brake. Use your body as a spoiler. Let's give it a little twist, not too hard. Okay, they are not wrong. This is nimble. We do have the benefit of this being an owned bike, so we don't have the dealership tire oil that happens whenever you try to ride a brand new bike. The gauge is a little techie for me. It looks absolutely amazing. It's just that whenever they build it like this and they have the numbers getting smaller to larger, when it's at 6,000, that's like half my red line, so I should shift. But it looks like it's slightly on the left side of the screen, so I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. When in reality, I'm staying in a sporty position whenever I just want to cruise. Exotic, that can be changed, right? You can change around the dash. You can change it, yes. Alright, we're gonna try this E-clutch. So, we're gonna come to a stop. Matter of fact, we're gonna downshift without clutch, no clutch at all. We're completely putting our faith in Honda right here. My muscle memory wants to touch this clutch so bad right now, so let's see. Okay. Alright. And we're gonna come to a full stop. Cool. Return our handlebars, and we go. Holy crap. We even butchered the throttle a little bit there. That was nice. I even did like a go, let off the throttle a little bit, kind of seeing if it would fail me in the middle of it and think that I gave up. But no, it recognizes what you're trying to do. I don't know. Does anybody know if this tech was inspired by the automatic kind of transmission in the Goldwing, or is it completely from the ground up? Oh, for sure it's inspired by the quick shifter, but what gets me is that stopping without stalling thing. That's just a little bit of extra flavor. I like that. That's very, very neat. Again, if you ride other motorcycles, or if this isn't like your first bike, you're probably gonna be using the clutch anyway just because of muscle memory, but I hear you get used to it with ownership, and it is a game changer. I can definitely see why. Down on this review, we're going to hit any proper curves. We're just out here having a nice straight line review. As relaxed as the handlebars are, they don't seem to punish you if you want to dig your knee into the side of the tank and get it down a little bit. You know, you don't feel like your elbows are flared out far too much. Exhibit A. And this is a particularly bumpy road. Obviously, I'm getting something from it, but the seat's giving me no problems. The suspension in the front is protecting my palms greatly. right now. It's still a little bit bleeding through, you know. It's not like I'm riding some kind of Cadillac. But I would say if you go around bumpy roads a lot, this isn't going to be, you know, the Crotch Slammer 9000. I feel right at home on this. This isn't daunting to approach at all. How's the engine braking? Medium. Actually, no, that's about like the 400. That didn't keep momentum at all, which is good. It makes it's a lot more confidence inspiring whenever you have a decent engine braking. Bit of fun here. You're gonna pull in. I say we pull in. Not here? No? Where are we going, fellas? Where are we going? Where are we going? I'ma hit that horn every single time. Yeah, I'm feeling good on it. So not get too crazy. We ain't gonna do any flying or anything, you know. A little bitty pull. Alright, see what we can do. Hey, just tiny. Alright. I like that. Front end didn't come up. I'm sure I could get it to if I wanted to. I don't want to. I do not want to. Especially not right now. Ooh, okay. A little same lane action. Love it, love it. We're gonna do this E-clutch. Douche. The engine braking does go pretty hard when you wanna. Oh, okay. We don't even get to stop. I don't get to use the fancy feature on the Honda. Oh, this is my first time using anything like a quick shifter, and I want it so bad. Oh, hello, Mr. Rocket. He's taking care of our bike for us today. We are catching up to a powerful 600. A little bit of juice. A little bit of juice in fourth gear. I love that. I love having just a little bit of extra power. When you're on the 400, it would take me 3 times as long to do just that. Just a little twist of the throttle is all you need to get past a buddy. This is definitely a great middle entry point. I don't have experience with higher power bikes enough to tell if it has screw you power. If it has, you know, my gosh, what are you doing, man? I need to get around you before you kill somebody power. But it definitely has leading traffic power. I can say that with confidence. We're rocking in at somewhere in like mid-90s horsepower on this thing. It's 92 to 96, I've heard people say. 93.5, Mr. Exotic says. Mr. Officer Man. We're out being good boys today. Again. We're always the best. We always behave. Uh-oh. We getting too far, man. We got a weird Cardo system set up. I got a Freecom 4X and they're running Neo Pack Talks, and it's making it difficult. Oh, okay. It's kind of humbling to get passed by your own bike. Testing out the higher end power on it. It is an inline 4. Hey, beautiful, beautiful green day. Corvette. How we doing? previous video taking the same route on that side-to-side action towards the back there, Mr. Exotic did in fact scrape his exhaust. I did not notice it. I did not notice it. But I was like, no, you didn't get any lower than you usually do. But no, we got our first he got his first blemish. But 2026. There's a Sonic dot. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. By the way, I'll take the time here to say Happy 4th of July, everybody. It's being filmed 4th of July 2026, America's 250th birthday. Yeah, no fireworks. No fireworks. Ew. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Now, hey-o. It is a different sound. My 400 when it goes by, it kind of sounds more like farming equipment than it does a motorcycle. It is a unique feeling though. People love it. I like it. When you're on it, it sounds great. Okay, so that wind is happening. So what it is, it's my gear around me is being blown around. So I've got my shoulder pads, my armor in the jacket, and they're being kind of pushed to the back of my jacket. My body itself doesn't feel super uncomfortable, but it's called a naked back because you're supposed to be naked so that your gear doesn't move around. Do love the comfort. Do love it. It is super nimble. Love it. Yeah, I can't say that this weighs any more than my Ninja 400. I'm sure it does. 450 pounds? Is what you say? Really? The Ninja comes in, it's like 380. It's insane. Oh yay, we get to use the E-clutch again. Woo-hoo-hoo. Pulling in, gonna get us some grub. I hear Sonic has a 4th of July red, white, and blue slushie. Whew. Took that bump pretty well. Not sponsored by Sonic, unfortunately. Am I lugging it? I think I'm lugging it a little bit. Doesn't like to be at this low RPM. That's interesting. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, found neutral. First try. Heck yeah. Kickstand's got a nice little... Yeah. Quality of life is amazing.